All right, folks. Who wants to recap from last time?
I would, but I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, it all blurs together, doesn't it? I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
I'll try and take a stab at it.
Okay.
Uh, so we started last session with the demon, or the Duke in quotation marks, reappearing next to Razik with a very, very bad sunburn, and hate in her eyes. And then we, and by we I mostly mean Valor and Oryx, took turns to slap the shit out of the demon until it died. Afterwards, it was mostly like niceties of going over stuff with the captain of the guard, making sure the investigation was sort of untainted by any other sort of charm that the demon's associates could have been handling, but everything was okay. Yeah, so that happened. We got a cool cloak and a music box from the Duke's living quarters. Cloak was given to our friend Pete, who is one with his god, etc. What else? It was a lot of just like wrapping up in town, talking to folks. I don't think we did anything that needs to be really gone over, other than like we observed the investigation that was going on and like left uh, Daggerford in a relatively conscience cleared. Everything is handled because people in Daggerford now know the truth, and yeah, we're on to Zix. On the road, Faye was talking to my good friend, the imp, and decided she really wanted an imp. So she traded her soul to the Raven Queen for a warlock level, presumably, or cleric level. Anyways, what happened was she got asked 3 times, definitely said yeah, and yep, that happened.
I know, bitch.
She
I'll
didn't
back
know-
down on the third one.
You almost did though. I could hear it in your voice.
I had to weigh the meme versus what I actually wanted to do, which was back down. And I chose the meme. I don't regret it.
Oh, I'm sure you don't right now. Once you get in a scrunky of your own, you'll regret it. Don't
You know
worry.
what? Faye's soul was gonna go to that fucking wall, and now I can live in a palace. So, you know.
Ah,
Two
see,
angry
finally,
babies.
someone gets me.
Two angry babies.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the hour-and-a-half role play between the 2 angry babies.
Oh, we're definitely gonna set them up for play
God.
dates, and Sarah's going to do all of the legwork. So get ready for that, Craig.
Oh, that
Viewers at home.
You know,
That-
my throat hurts thinking about doing that.
give the new one like a really mellifluous like.
Oh yeah,
swap.
I'm kind of thinking, what have we just talked about, like at this level? What
Get a
if we just
southern
sounded
drawl
like this?
in there.
Yeah, no, just give it like the most debonair voice possible.
Hello.
And, like, and Faye will be fucking so angry. She'll be like, "Man, I want an annoying one like that one."
My name is Spunpy.
My name is
Oh my god.
Scrunky the Third,
Oh my god.
Esquire.
This is why it took me like 4 weeks to figure out what Scrunky was gonna be, and again, that's not his name.
It's not his name. It's still not even his in-game name. I think Faye just liked the sound of it and said it for the bit.
That's correct.
But yeah, I think we were asking him his name, and Faye was like, "He looks like a Scrunky," and then proceeded to sell her soul. So we never got that because he just kind
Right.
of dipped to get that
Speaking
contract
speaking
notarized.
Speaking
the
of,
art
check it
queue.
out. I got their tokens the right size. I figured it
Okay.
out.
Oh wow,
Wow.
they're
Yeah.
quarter sized.
You can
Yeah.
set them to you can set them to half or quarter size in the options.
I could not get it to work for some reason, but
Oh god,
now it works.
I'm gonna lose them so fast. Anyways,
Okay.
did I miss anything? We're on the road to Zix, correct, everybody? To meet the
We
forces
met
from.
with before we left. We met with the new leader of Daggerford.
Oh yes,
Harriet.
The halfling woman.
yes, the halfling woman. It was pretty historical because it's the only non actual blood relative of the Daggerfords, but she was taking the title to make it all smooth, and everything looked pretty fine. Yeah, good, cool.
Yeah,
thank
Raznik
you,
had
Ted.
some words with her.
Right.
Yep.
Y'all best be remembering and cutting out that racist shit.
That's right.
Pretty much exactly what he said.
Valor had a heartfelt goodbye with a criminal overlord. It was
All
really
right.
sweet.
Valor and Rosalind was her name?
Rosalind.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yes, great.
Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, Master Crawford. They kind of made up because we did accidentally send the guard to their place.
I feel like accidentally is
Not
trying
accident.
to.
And also, I should remove we out of the situation.
It was just Valor.
It was.
Oh no, it was also
mostly-
Aurix.
It was
Aurix
Aurix
also did it.
Faye, and Valor. All did it. Just sent him down to the tavern. And got her a black guy out of it.
She
got
won.
a little- Yeah.
Point.
In any case, they made up. They have some mutual respect, I guess. And yeah, moved on. That was a really good interaction. I like that. That was fun.
Oh.
There's a lot of probing questions in a tavern. And then Faye watched Valor sleep all night. Well, Faye watched
sorry.
Valor
Oh
stand
right,
all night.
that's right. There was the celebration of our victory.
Yeah.
They commandeered the kitchen from the poor innkeep.
Made a
I
kick-ass meal.
I didn't actually do that.
Yeah,
Someone
that was actually
bribed-
Razik.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that was
Valor
Razik-
helped.
Dropped a bunch of money, and they were like, "Yeah, sure."
Right.
And,
Razik
you know,
bought the kitchen.
ironically, right? Ironically, like 2 days after that, I saw this post on a D&D forum thing that was talking about, I hate DMs who give a tavern like one innkeeper, and that's the only person who's ever in the tavern ever, as
Right.
if that isn't an impossible job to begin with. And I'm like, all right, I get it, but like, I don't want to waste my own time. Like, I
With,
don't
like,
need to.
wait staff and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's assumed that they have some.
I like
Yeah.
to, when people start bringing up questions about that, I'm like, oh, they're all relatives. You just haven't been paying very close attention.
They're all twins.
No, this is that guy's cousin. He's like, now that you mention it, he's got the same haircut, but he's kind of shorter and like a little bit fatter.
Well, that one speaks in a French accent. He must not be the other ones.
Yeah, they both talk
That
about
one
the
has
same.
a mustache.
Right. So victory dinner. There was some very on the verge of existential and political questions regarding valor and other things. Yeah, it was a lot. It's a way too much to recap and go over. I think it's in the thing. Thank you.
Foible.
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 Yeah. The foible bit has been solidified and is now my favorite thing that Valor says.
Okay, great. All right, so you guys are on your way to Zix. You have about a day's journey. I would like to know what you are doing on this walk. And we can just start. We'll start. I always start from the top. We'll start from the bottom and go up. Ted, what are you doing on this trip?
On the trip to Zix. Planning, I get. No, planning is not my strong suit right now. Other than keeping an eye out, keeping watches, nothing any different
Okay.
than any other travel, I guess.
All right. Would you make me a perception check then?
Disadvantage for sunlight or no? Or
Yes.
just regular?
Yeah, disadvantage. Aw. Okay. Then what you can tell as you're walking, like this, because of where Zix is, there isn't necessarily a full road. In fact, Razik had to track the way most of the way to Daggerford from there. But you notice a lack of larger game, basically anywhere. Can't tell if that's because of how you guys are walking or what, but there is no, like, deer or boar or anything in these woods. Lily, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have Ava keeping an eye out, and otherwise, I'm just going to be cleaning and inspecting my firearm. And every night, I'm going to start trying to access my divine powers. I guess it's only one night.
Yeah.
I've got new powers, and I need to fuck around with them to figure out how they work and take copious amounts of notes. I guess
Okay.
I'll approach Zira to have a conversation.
Okay. You can do that.
All right. Hey, Zira.
Oh, hi.
How does this work?
How does what work?
You know, this thing we're both in together now.
Oh, the...
Yeah.
This is that same day. This is maybe like an hour or so after the imp has vanished.
Fantastic.
So there's a good chance, like Lily, that Faye, she can still be under like impressions. Like I think I do understand that I just did the thing that I did,
Yeah.
right?
But I don't know what that entails yet, which is why
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to explain. You just kind of will it to happen, and it just kind of flows through you, I
No,
guess?
excuse me. No, I know how magic works, jackass. No. I meant religion. You know, we've got, like, a god now, or whatever. You know, something you sell your soul to, I guess. It's more of a cult, really, than a religion, but you know what I mean. Like, do I have to, drink wine in the morning, or...
Zira kind of runs her fingers through her hair and looks puzzling at the ground. Yeah, funny thing, I'm still trying to figure out that aspect.
Cool. Kind of make it up as you go sort of deal. Or is it maybe like a business casual thing where you just nothing's expected of me? Because if so, that's really good for me. 2 thumbs up.
I'm sure there's expectations, but it seems to be hard to reach out and pinpoint what those are. As far as I've read so far, mine and the Raven Queen's sort of interests kind of align. It's difficult to say what I can do to, like, make offerings or anything, like, traditionally religious, or you would think to be traditionally religious.
So it's more like a business contract.
Almost, yes. Yes,
Okay,
that's a
okay.
good way to
That
think of
doesn't
it.
make any sense for sort of the thing I just did, because I don't think I'm like you in any way.
Oh, what would have tipped you off?
Well, for one, your physique.
Zira stares expectingly for you to finish that to
I know.
decide whether it's a compliment or not.
No, I look at you flat-faced. No emotion.
Well, whatever that means. Yes, you reached out to the Raven Queen, and I didn't, or I did, but I got sort of visions first,
I wouldn't say reached out. I did say yes to a proposition 3 times.
Yes, you were the one who signed the contract because you pursued the contract. Correct.
I mean, yeah. Still don't have a cool guy following me around, though. So, kind of a bum deal.
Yeah, that one comes later.
Later, oh, if I had known, I would have negotiated up.
If
All
you
right,
would
well,
have waited, you could have found out. But yes,
It would seem you are currently not of much help to me. I appreciate your service, though. Thanks for the conversation. I'm gonna go do anything else.
Jira continues meditating if this is downtime.
No, this is walking time.
Ah, gotcha. Then she'll just shrug and go back to her thing.
Right.
I go ring that Ava.
Okay, and besides that odd
Uh,
conversation,
Ava's going to be keeping a lookout.
yeah, you can make a perception check.
Bad.
All right.
She never rolls well. I've
She-
never rolled well.
She also has a very hard time communicating to you when there is something to notice, so...
Yeah.
She's infatuated with Valor.
Oh, no!
Aw.
Why do
No.
you always introduce such challenging ideas into the game, Meadow? Why is
It's
it
not
always
just
you?
this one. Oh, God,
Challenging ideas is the right way to put it.
Zira, what are you doing besides that conversation as you walk?
Just, being observant, I guess. My imp still hasn't returned within this day, correct?
Not yet, but it's not been long.
Okay.
Have you tried to call him back?
No, I figure it's on, it's not in the pocket dimension. I'm not gonna resummon it if it's, busy doing something. So I'll just wait for it to come back. Whether that be now while I'm walking or downtime. But otherwise, I'm just gonna be scanning the road for, any danger, anything.
I mean, do you try, do you try to take the action to bring him to you?
No.
Okay.
No, for
So
sure
you
no.
don't even try.
No, yeah, I
Alright.
figure if he's gonna come back, he's gonna come back on his own. He doesn't. I remember last time we established that he wasn't in the pocket dimension, so
Okay.
I ain't gonna just be like, "Hey, come here," and then he'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? I was in the fell. I was doing something. What do you want?" And me being like, "Oh, yeah, I thought you just left." No, I was busy.
I would love it if he was holding something that he was in the middle of doing, like pouring tea or something, and the glass just isn't there. It's like, fuck
One
you.
puzzle piece.
He's just pouring it on the ground.
That
now.
low key was what I had in mind if you did try that. So
No, Zero's not that. Zero's not that mean.
she's also trying to not come off as needy, I've noticed. So okay, and Valor,
Don't need it.
right? Valor,
far
what are you doing?
as Valor can remember, this is the first time they've ever been outside of a city, or at least, on a road like this.
Yes.
I think just looking around at everything, if I have to do perception, I'll probably take passive, because I don't know if I'm looking for anything in particular. Sort of
Yeah.
around in awe. Oh.
Oh, that does actually remind me. June, you have a passive of 19, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's Valor's passive?
17.
Okay. The both of you would then notice.
Oh, sorry, 20. Oops. It's okay.
Anyway, the both of you would notice then that the walk along, you not only notice again there's no big game in any regard, but that the forest is unusually still, and any small creature that sort of comes along the way, either by tree branches or on the ground, fully stops and stares at you until you pass. They stay kind of hidden, but they are watching you specifically. And Razik, what are you doing?
Razik is just trying to figure out if and when we need to sort of cut off this road so that we're least likely to be detected by any of the patrols that Zix is sending out, and yet still sort of on an intercept path with where I best anticipate whatever forces are coming from Waterdeep are gonna be.
Mhm. Okay. So we're gonna say that you're not really on a road. This is just the map I've got up for you guys right now.
Okay.
Would you make me a survival check? And Aurix, if you'd like, you can offer advantage.
Yep. I will assist on that.
You're so good at those checks. All right. This, as you are leading everyone through the forest, there are a couple of other things that you notice. One, that you are not really walled in, but almost guided by a line of thicket of brambles. That anytime you try to cut through or over or move around, they don't necessarily like factually move in your way, but you find that you are continually guided in one direction, which happens to be westward, which is about the direction you're headed, and north, which is the direction you are headed. But you absolutely know you are being taken somewhere rather than leading the way per se.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you guys left like really early. At the end of the day, after sundown, you can smell on the wind smoke and hear the sound of people a ways off. And after dark, Razik, you would need to pull out your drift globe in order to continue working. Yeah. Do you go towards the sound of people or no?
No.
No?
Razik's going to stop and sort of query the group. It seems that if we have been funneled in this direction, and we don't really, other than turning back around or fighting our way through this deep thicket over here, we don't really have an option of which way to go. Now there is smoke and noise coming from up ahead.
Do you want me to send a scout?
I think that would be a good idea. I'd like to know what we are walking into.
I saw, or it seemed like there were like woodland creatures watching us on the path
Yes.
here.
I saw this too.
Do you
4
think
squirrels.
if you find any Razik, do you think you could ask them if you can? I've seen you like talk to animals. That's something you can do, right?
I don't know. I think I need to have it, even though it's a ritual, I think I need to have it prepared in order to do it.
That is correct for divine spellcasters.
Yeah, so...
That's correct for pretty much everyone but wizards.
yeah,
Yeah.
not today, I cannot.
Understood. Then I'll send my raven and we'll see what we find.
Okay. You guys.
So as Zira commands her raven to go, you all see in a swirl of black smoke just a raven where Zira once was, and then gone as it flies off.
Did that always happen?
I've never seen it happen.
No. Maybe she learned from watching you.
Oh, sorry, that's a very good concept. The raven flies ahead. Does the raven? Can the raven see at night?
I can. I have Devil's Sight, so yes,
Okay.
it can, because we have the same stats now, and we
Right.
are the same.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. All right, then you follow the direction that Razak kind of pointed you in, and then there is up ahead the light of campfires, and you see tents. You see a clearing that has been made, trees that have been cut down and set up along this clearing as a walling, and a lot of humanoid figures, most of them armored, some of them less so, and all wearing the blue colors with a moon that is being mirrored in a lake, painted on either their armor or stitched into their livery, the coat of arms for Waterdeep.
Right. Anything off about him? So it looks like about the sort of force that Faye said, right? About 100 so people.
Yep.
As much as I want to trust this is really weird. I'm going to fly back and try and see if I can tell where the sort of thicket is guiding us. If there's a path to this place, or if it goes off somewhere else.
Make a survival or insight check.
They're the same thing. Come on, nope.
Okay. It's a little too dark, and the thicket and the underbrush that Razak kind of indicated is hard to pull. It's hard to separate from the other growth, especially from up high.
Gotcha. I guess I'm going to fly back to the group.
Okay. And then you turn back into yourself, yeah?
Not yet. The raven lands where Zero was standing, and it speaks, however that's supposed to sound.
I think it still sounds like. I think this would be your voice still.
So Zero starts just going over, like, it's the forces from Waterdeep. They're all encamped about this force that Faye said. Hey, how come all of you are giant?
Sorry.
Wow, Razak, why don't you talk to us?
Or a bird.
Right. In Druidic, Razak says to the raven, how are you able to speak when you change shapes like that?
The raven cocks its head at Razak. Yeah. Was I supposed to understand that?
I turn to Oryx. I don't think this is the same thing.
I guess not.
Zero will probably look at herself for the first time, like spread the wings and take a look. Oh, sweet queen.
You're a bird.
Yeah, I'm now noticing that.
Sorry, you didn't notice before?
No,
You're not very aware of your surroundings, are you?
no. I mean, when you go into the Raven, you get to lose all your senses, right? Like you're, huh? That is weird. It did feel kind of different. Or at least your sight and your sound.
Mm, uh, are, are you just a raven now?
That is a good question. Uh, Zero will attempt to transform back, and in the same sort of puff of black, it'll be Zero standing there with the raven on her shoulder. Huh. Yeah, no, that works. Whew.
Can you hear your raven's thoughts when you do that?
Hmm?
Can you hear your raven's thoughts when you do that?
No.
I've always wondered what
No,
birds think.
GM? No.
No.
No. Okay.
I was thinking of making a helmet that tells you what birds think, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't redundant.
Right. Okay. So right, Waterdeep forces seems safe. I mean, I personally wouldn't just come out of the bush in the night being like, "Hi, we're heroes," and
Why
then
not?
I don't know.
Oh, right, because you're shady. No, let the rest of us do talking.
It seems rude, but not wrong.
Not wrong.
It's more the fact that they might think we're assailants and not people to trust because it's
I mean,
nighttime.
not if we don't come in with weapons drawn. I mean, and like use our words.
Say, perhaps you should talk to them. You are the one that sent for them, after all.
That's a good plan. Well, I
You
didn't.
also have rank.
Yeah, I didn't directly send it for them, but I'm sure I can probably flash my signet ring. If things start to get violent. All right, let's go.
Should we prepare for violence?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I should not draw my hammer.
that is correct.
Okay.
We believe we are going to meet friends.
Zira is going to turn into a bird and then land on Valor's shoulder and stay there.
How do you do this?
No clue. Kind of different, kind of the same as controlling it with my mind. Just easier. I don't know. I don't think people think I know anything about magic.
Because you cast spells and do magical things.
This is similar to when people ask me about my construction. I know some, but not all.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Lead the way.
Right, folks. Okay. All right, so all of you start moving more forcefully through towards where you believe, where Zira knows the encampment is. This causes some trouble. I would like strength checks from everybody.
Except the bird, right?
Yeah.
Not advanced.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I guess if it's a save, it's a little better than that. Is it a save or a check?
Just a check.
Okay, then yeah.
Holy
3.
shit. Aurix just bulldozes.
Valor is defeated by brush.
Valor and Razik, would you both make me dexterity saves? Oh no.
Okay, turning off. I thought I turned off advantage. Either way, 15.
Okay, so Valor, as you are all cutting through, Razik, you know now that this is not the path that you are being led towards. It is farther to the west. And you will take 11 points of piercing damage as you are pushing through this growth. And Valor, you will take 5.
-3. Heavy
Good
armor
point.
master.
Yeah, no, that's good. Okay, and then you are at the outer point of the camp where you can hear people to the left and the right of you. You can hear patrols around, and then there are people at at the wall as well. And I say wall, it's just the fallen trees that they've cleared. And eventually, a guard finds you and takes some hesitation, but also you guys aren't approaching threateningly, and asks what you were doing out here.
Hey, we're here to recoup with the forces. I'm Fela Garrick of House Garrick. I called in for these reinforcements. I'm gonna flash my 1 person long pedigree.
Do you
Some first of her name shit going on?
Yes, it is. Do you show your signet ring, or do
I
you?
do, yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit more important than your pedigree. Okay, then you are directed, especially as you mentioned specifically your noble title. You are then asked if you would like to see the commander of the camp.
I would, yes, thank you.
Okay. And they take you.
I wanted so badly to try to stealth through the camp just to give them shit for their crappy guard lines, but it's probably better that did not happen.
Well, see, I'm trying to be nice because I didn't want to attack you guys outright with people who are supposed to be your allies and all that good stuff. I'm trying to be nice. Anyway, they take you to one of the inner circles of the camp. There is, again, it does not look like they have been here for terribly long, and this may be actually their first night here, as people are still setting up tents and fires are still being lit. And you are taken to one of the bigger tents where there is a gray-skinned tiefling. I got some pictures. Hold on. There you are. The guard who is escorting you introduces you to the colonel, and says, "This is Colonel Murtaugh, the commander of our force out here for the time being." And also with Murtaugh is a very young elven figure, and a older, not by much, but about perhaps middle-aged satyr. And there's a brief exchange where the guard who is with you explains who you are, Faye, and Murtaugh approaches with a hand extended and says, It is good that you've made it here safely, although I'm confused as to why you are here."
I shake his hand. Well, if I may explain some, we were the ones who discovered the state of Zix and requisitioned reinforcements. We are also warriors of a kind and would like to offer our services in helping retake the town.
She nods and says, "And what sort of services might you be able to offer?"
Well, I'm a crack shot. I gesture to my gun. Valor here is a one-man wrecking crew. well, man might be a little strong of a word. Aurix. Well, she can get real big. Razik is our resident nature expert. Patinus, well, he's a healer, more or less. Don't let the fact that he's a child fool you. And Zira, I'm not sure where she is. But she is also something of a subterfuge agent.
And how do you feel that this is... I see a number of you that might actually be beneficial to have among us, but how would some of these lighter, more delicate skills, would you see that being helpful in this excursion?
I vouch for them personally as having them seen me through a number of extremely dangerous combats, including that with a Dracolich in the Waterdeep Arena, and against a powerful demon not a night ago.
The elf behind Murtok blinks and steps a little bit forward but doesn't say anything. And Murtok says, very well, then since you were the one who sent word on this development, perhaps you might have some insight as to what exactly is beyond the wall?
Sierra? Nothing? Nothing?
Yes. It's a green dragon with a standing force of Yuan-Ti and some trolls, as well as some frog creatures, giant frogs. I couldn't count the number because my scout got eliminated.
She nods. Very well. Well, and you know what it is that is within the keep?
That would be the green dragon. Last time we checked. It's been about... how long since we visited? I mean,
Less
when
than
we
a 10
sent...
day.
Yeah, less than a 10-day. So, presumably it's still lazing about in there.
It is. Now, if you are to be helpful, then, and as you are, again, the ones who alerted us to the situation in the forest, I have reason to trust you. However, understand that there is a limited capacity in which we can make use of folks of your skills, if you understand.
We do.
All right. She takes you to the table where the satyr is like sitting on top of the table, and there is a bit of a map for you guys. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Good. Okay. So you can see that you have the very large range of open field that is essentially your guys what you felt with is, and truthfully is in a lot of ways, the greatest threat. But there is also a little bit of a understanding of the city's interior, which Zira can also confirm this is a fairly accurate map. You have a winding main road that takes you to the keep, but along that winding path is a lot of opportunity to, be attacked. And also there is the exit through the keep that the dragon can just fly out of and theoretically annihilate all forces. Murtok says that the honest truth is that the only way inside the fortress and any way inside the city itself is through the front gate. My orders from the Open Lord is that if there are, as we have been made to understand, no survivors within the city, no natives, more appropriately, this is entirely taken over by Yuan-Ti, then it is within the best interest of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance to annihilate everything that is within the walls. Is that something that any of you have a problem with?
No.
No.
Not those last.
Are they wicked?
Very.
Very.
Then I have no problems.
Except Razik?
I don't care one way or the other.
All right. Now, the only entrance through the city, the Dragonborn who constructed this outpost were very intelligent. The only way through would be through the front gate. That means that is the only direction that I, or really, realistically, any of you can get through, unless one of you have the potential to fly over the wall.
Zira stretches her wings. Yeah, I can
Several
handle
of the
that.
group are capable of flight.
That makes things easier for you because honestly, there is little more than I can offer as positions within my forces other than I would need creatures of great strength and ones that are capable of immense stealth, as you have mentioned, and power to hold off the dragon. Because the moment that dragon flies from its keep, all of my men are destroyed.
That too was our concern. Well, is there a way to keep the dragon in the keep while you are keeping the Yuan Ti forces occupied?
The only thing I can see is the only thing that I can understand that you are capable of doing that would prove to be beneficial to myself and those under me would be for you to keep the dragon within the keep by any means. Distraction or binding it, some sort of. If you have it within your power to slay it, that would be honestly the best possible solution.
Understood.
When are you performing your operation?
We have the means to set out as early as tomorrow. We have a device that will help us get through the front gates, as well as plenty of war mages who are more than capable of obliterating anything on the walls. But they will be in limited resource. So there is no amount of help that we can offer you other than support and distraction, as long as you can support and distract on your end.
That we can absolutely do.
Very well. Then, if you'd like, you are welcome to take accommodation in my quarters, as I understand, and nods to Faye. However, we can defer to your needs as well. If there is time that you need resources you would need to collect beforehand, we have time. But we don't have much time.
If you would allow us to convene privately, I don't believe we'll need that time, but I'd like to talk with my cohorts some.
She nods.
All right. Anything else for this particular meeting? I look to my friends.
Does everyone have a way in? Every one of us, I should say.
I
because
cannot fly.
That was my issue. A lot of the big beefcakes that do a lot of damage are going to be grounded for most of it.
I mean, I can get you over the wall.
I am quite dense.
How many of us?
I've flown with Razik before, but I can't fly on my own now.
Alright, that makes me, Razik, Faye?
Maximum, I can get about 5 of us over. So, we should be good.
Okay.
Well, depending on what type of bird I shape into, I might be able to carry some people. My concern is that
We might be seen that way.
right, if I wild shape into something large enough to carry people, I make myself quite the target.
Right. Well, it looks like... Are those mountains able to be... So are the... I remember those being hills and not mountains. Is it built into a mountain like this? Kind of like Helm's Deep style?
It is more it is more like Helm's Deep. I think that was one of the
Okay,
things I
gotcha.
specified is it's built into a cliff.
It's built into a cliff. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long do you think it would be for us to get on the cliff?
Who are you directing that question to?
The Colonel,
Okay.
right? It's the
Yeah.
tiefling.
Yeah. She says, in order to find your way around to a climbable surface, that would take possibly hours, several hours. To get to any high point would take longer and would take someone skilled in mountaineering.
We will not be needing a climbable surface.
Yeah, since the keep is built very much into the cliff, I think maybe, and correct me, because I'm not really the planning type, but the shortest distance between us leaving the ground and entering the keep, the better, because I don't want to be stuck on the walls having to fight through the walls troops to get to the keep. I'd rather just, hop on the keep and enter through the hole in the ceiling.
That sounds agreeable to me.
Okay. Do you want to make that trek tonight? Do we have time to?
If we're going to try to maneuver and then go in time for the start of the invasion, then yes, we should probably leave tonight and then start in the morning.
Okay. I could fly a signal or a message to you when we get there. Would that be good? Just to let you know where we are, what we're doing.
She nods. Yeah, she
Okay.
nods.
Do you think in my current form I'd be compromised in any way if I were to fly through the forest, or would they just not care?
The elf says, a dragon of this particular size and power very likely has the ability to see through any creature's eyes that is within the woods or resident of the woods. I would not know if that would apply to creatures of higher thinking, as you appear to be.
Alright. Yeah. So that means if I'm spotted and it attempts to do the thing you just said, it'll know I'm not just another raven.
Possibly.
Gotcha. Can it see invisible things?
I do not think that it has that ability of control.
Perfect. Could I just have a really, really quick distance between like the cliffside and the camp? Just going through the forest. Sorry to be a bother. I just want to.
What do you mean?
Like distance in feet, just so I know that
Oh.
I can activate invisibility and fly to the camp, and then come back, or if I need to do it twice.
The camp is near the farthest southern point of the field,
Yeah.
which is like a mile or so. So
Invisibility lasts an hour. Raven's speed is like
60 points?
60 flying.
there's
Lily, give me the math here.
5,000 some feet in a mile.
5,620.
Calculator.
Well, if it helps at all, according to Animal Messenger, animal can fly 50 miles in 24 hours.
A little bit easier math.
Yeah, 2 hours. Or 2 miles an hour. So
Right.
you'd be able to get there and back, presumably, by that math.
I'd allow
Okay.
that.
Great. Cool. Then it's done. I can fly. I can try and fly invisibly. Or just have my imp do it. In any case, yeah, sounds like a plan. Please don't let me have the last word on this.
So, we'll...
What is it we're exactly hoping to learn from your trip there again?
Sorry, what?
No, I'm sending a message whether we get there or not.
Right. If I understand the plan correctly, it is to go through the woods to the base of the mountains. I will then transform into a large flying beast and fly people up to a camp that will allow us easy access to the keep. Once we are all situated there, under the cover of dark, Zero will fly back here to inform the colonel that we are in position. Is that correct?
As far as I know, I'm willing to move on additions to the plan. Anything else?
This may be a very kobold question here. Can you turn into something that would tunnel instead of fly?
Zero looks at Razik.
I can, but I'm afraid that
Too slow.
the tunneling, the amount of time it would take me to tunnel would not be very effective. It is a good idea, however. Perhaps when we get closer to the mountains, if we see a good spot, we will adjust the plan accordingly.
All right.
All right.
That's a plan then.
Okay. So the plan. Are you leaving now then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Razik, would you like to cast anything as you head out?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's get some stealth rolls from everybody.
Is that advantage?
Plus 10.
It's a plus 10.
Fuck me. That is even better than advantage.
It is. It is hands down better than. God.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god. 32 is fucking stupid.
I have
That is
never
wow.
in my
That's-
life seen a roll that totaled a D20 roll that more totaled to over 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, me either.
Thanks for that
Ooh.
pass without a trace, Razzie boy.
Yep.
Rogues really do be that way, I guess.
Yes,
yeah.
but for an entirely different reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Aurix, I'm assuming you've got your stealthy armor on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember she changed it to infiltrator armor during our time in
Yes.
Daggerford before the succubus fight.
Just couldn't remember
Because I needed to pretend to be
SP.
a little bit, but boy.
Sprat Pet City. Yep.
Okay. All right. All of you rolled over 20 then with the help of Pass Without a Trace, which is great. That's so good, especially because that will be enough time to get you guys. No, actually, you will have to cast it another time in order to get to the cliffside. If you are also because you are also moving at stealth pace.
All right. Just out of curiosity, how close to the cliffside are we going to be? Because I'm also going to want to use it when I'm shuttling people back and forth.
I will say that you can get about 3/4 of the way there before the spell wears off.
Okay.
All right.
More stealth rolls, I take it.
Yeah. From everybody.
Let's see if I can do better than a 4.
Just barely. Holy shit.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no,
I'm
there's
gonna
one.
flash a genius to add 5 to that baby.
Okay.
I'm proficient in stealth, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I am not.
I'm so sorry, Ted.
I'm a giant tin person.
The genius idea I have is I go, hey Oryx, what if maybe you stop stepping on the twigs?
I'm only slightly skeptical on whether or not you're actually going to be able to carry me up there.
How much did we figure? How much did we decide you weighed, Valor?
I don't know. You said more than normal, so I estimated it was like 300 something.
That's a very good guess. Yep.
Yeah, because
That was
it's
very
even
good.
though Valor is 6'5", like they're much denser than
Yeah.
normal.
Yep. And we're using
What?
giant.
It's like they're not made of flesh or something.
And we're using giant eagle, right?
I don't know if I'm going to use the giant eagle or the Quetzalcoatlus, or however it's pronounced.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Thank you.
All right. That's
Big
got a
badass
15
dinosaur.
strength.
Right.
Let's see.
Right.
Well,
I mean, the
the
dinosaur's
giant-
huge.
The
I think
dinosaur's gonna have the better ability to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every
It looks like it might be
I think it's above medium, you start doubling your capacity for each size you are above medium, if I remember the
Right.
carrying correct capacity rules correctly. So like at huge, you're talking times 4. Basically your strength score times 40 pounds.
I think you'll be able to. You probably won't be able to carry. Well, you might be able to carry Faye and Valor. It's possible. You'll have a medium load, I think.
Right. Well, I mean, I think what I'm going to do is carry Faye and Oryx,
Mm-hmm.
right? And maybe even Eva along with them, right? Have Faye or Oryx climb on so that I've got at least one claw for Eva, right? And then Valor's getting a solo trip.
Hey, don't we have... Do we have a magic item for this? Anybody know any teleportation spells? Anything?
You know, there were many times I tried to give you guys teleportation items, and
We have one!
Remember.
and nobody took them.
We have them! We have one!
Which
I got-
one?
I got the one to switcheroo, baby.
That's the one!
Is that one? That's the one.
That's what I got. I think it's like a 90-foot range.
Fuck,
100
is the
feet.
cliff... Oh, shit. Yeah, Valor can just take the wand of switcheroo and switch with me, and I can just walk back up there.
What is the wand of switcheroo?
It makes you swap places. It's the Adventure Zone item.
Oh yes. Okay.
It has been used
Once.
That's because I have it and I'm never in danger. And that's when I would use it.
I think the giant eagle's carrying capacity looks like it should be 440. So it should be.
Either
Strength and
way, as big as
15.
a creature as Razak can get, it can be done. It was just a matter of having thought it through.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can make it to the cliffside, the top. The top of the cliff, I should say. And Zira, at that point, do you go and send a message? Or do you go back and let the colonel know? Or are you waiting till tomorrow?
Do you guys have Are you guys gonna make camp here? Should I know? Will it be hidden?
I look to Rasik.
We should definitely rest. I think
Yeah,
Razzik's probably-
I'd also like to look around and try and make some judgment as to how we get in and over the wall from here. Like, how far from the wall are we? What?
The castle keep, the keep itself is built into the cliff side. So
Okay.
if you were to do something stupid and like just jump off the cliff, you would not hit ground, you would hit keep roof. There is also a big ol' hole in the keep roof.
Okay.
Where the dragon had cracked open the egg and crawled inside and ate the filling.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we're
Awesome.
in
Got
prime
it.
position. Yeah. We are in prime position.
Man, this is gonna be good. We're gonna do the same thing to that dragon that it did to those poor folks.
Symmetry.
So
I
doubt
love your optimism, Lily. It makes my heart sing.
if it's not optimism, it's nihilism, and I don't want to go down that well.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we party wipe with a smile, alright?
That's what I like to hear.
We're making objectively bad decisions, but we gotta.
I don't think it's a bad decision.
It is. It's real bad.
Nah, it's
And
fine with
Pete's-
Valor.
And Pete's not here.
Yeah, we don't got our healer, which isn't
Not great.
great.
Not a
Yeah.
big. That's a big.
Do we
thumb
have
down for me.
some healers? We have healing.
We have some healing.
Okay, well that's not nothing.
Nope.
So I'm very excited.
Uh-huh.
Guys, why didn't you fucking say something when I was making the plan? You can't do this to me every time.
Well,
I don't know.
no, I mean, if this is happening, like, we gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's
Part
Yeah,
of it is
no, I
none of us had a
agree.
better plan.
right.
It's
I mean,
necessity, but it doesn't mean
Right, I
it's
mean,
janky.
Right. I think the other option is to turn around and say, "You guys got this."
Yeah, which has
Right.
traditionally not worked out well for us.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
not only that, they told us, hey, we have like a siege engine and like some warcasters, but they're gonna get fucked by that dragon if you don't do anything about it, and that's like our only concern. So like, you guys sort that out.
You like
And
how
if
we made this one super easy for you guys?
Yeah, I know.
Like-
you literally took
Yeah.
away every other thing that might come in and kill us. Almost. Fingers crossed. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're fine. We're fine.
It's fine.
I just don't like the apprehension all of a sudden.
You know, I will say, I'm glad I called in fucking favors from Waterdeep because Lord knows fucking, like, there's this really solid chance that Daggerford just won't be trying to help at all.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a feels bad, man.
It's been 5 days since the death of their last ruler.
It sure has. And you know
It
what?
sure has, but keep in mind the people that revealed that they were, living under a demon just were like, hey, we could also use your help, though.
Just a little bit of help, like 20 dudes even, just anything.
I'd like to believe that there will be a Gondor calls for aid and Rohan will answer moment, but I'm not
and
not
like
holding
8
my
archers
breath.
show up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you right now. Those
It's 8
motherfuckers.
halflings with slings.
It's like 6 striders show up just on a horse.
All of the gnomes that Faye insists she's never seen show up.
Those motherfuckers don't show up, and Razik's gonna be like, I'm gonna kill those racist sons of bitches.
One very abnormally tall individual shows up, and then the trench coat opens, and it's like 15 gnomes.
Nice. You know what? That would be worth it.
Yes.
Trench
okay.
coat opens up, and the top person, Sprite Pepsi.
Wait, he's not supposed to be there!
No, he's not. He's teleported magically. The other Sprite Pepsi was a fake Sprite Pepsi.
Right. Our Sprite Pepsi
Or
would
he
never be
woke up
fucking
on the
with
boat
Kristen.
and was like, we gotta go.
We gotta. Oh man, that would be so good. If we decide to go on a racist killing spree, can we start like a fantasy Black Panthers or? Yes.
Is that not what you're
Invisibility.
already doing?
I mean a little bit.
Invisibility.
I'm letting you
gonna
have
cast
fun before something really bad happens. I'm being nice.
I'm going to cast invisibility before transforming back into the Raven, getting the fuck back to the camp, and coming the fuck back. If invisibility runs out at any time, I'm going to cast it again. If I have to use it twice, I'm going to short rest at the camp before coming back.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. You can recast or you can suffer exhaustion from having to fly really fast.
Yeah. Right.
You can't dash for an hour, folks.
No, you cannot.
You can make a con check.
I was gonna
what
say,
I
is it just straight exhaustion, or do I have to make a contract for it?
I would have to double check the rules, but I will let you do a con check just at this point.
Okay.
But you have to commit to one. Either you're going to
Yeah.
risk the exhaustion or you're
Yeah.
taking the rest or whatever.
I'm going to risk the exhaustion.
Right.
And I am going to use an inspiration on it.
Fuck it. We will.
Okay. All right.
Did it roll?
Not yet.
Fuck me. Wait, the first one saves.
The first one saves.
The first one saves.
Okay. You get there, but you are still tired. You're not taking exhaustion, but you would be
Fucking
exhausted.
Ragged.
Yeah.
Absolutely ragged.
Now, I'm gonna, this is kind of retroactive, but what time would you guys prefer to begin your whole deal? Because the time that you set dictates the rest of the attack.
We said morning, so I think we're gonna just wait until the festivities start and then infiltrate. I thought was the plan. Correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong. Anyone?
I think that was correct.
That's what it sounded like, but I feel like something that I also didn't. I thought it was kind of unspoken, like the rest of us, presumably. But I feel like we should go in first before the fucking force outside comes out, because if the force outside comes out, the dragon's just gonna go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's a fair point.
So if we have a set time, when I get there, I'm going to ask what time they had planned.
They're professionals and they can leave whenever you need to.
I'm gonna go. If I get to make an executive decision on this, I would like to call for the crack of dawn. We're gonna wake up early and start the raid just before the morning shift should be going in for the guard on their end.
Okay. So, before dawn, two things happen. The first is that while resting, while sleeping, Faye, your night is a little bit restless. You're at once nervous and are now. This is the first night after your contract has been made. There is the darkness of sleep that fades to a gray that is horrifying because it is just cloudy, unknown mugginess. And as much as Faye enjoys the challenge of things that are not understood by her, there is a full understanding that there is no way to know what it is that she is seeing right now, except the order that she is being given, which is to create a divide between the living and the dead, and to walk the twilight of breathing and undeath. And you are assigned in the night this charge, and when you wake, in just turning over, there is brightness in campfire, and the twilight and the stars above you seem to glow brighter. The sky is not black, it is purple, and you can see so much farther than you ever could. It almost feels like daylight to you. And that is your Twilight Cleric level.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
2 thumbs, way up. Faye is
Nice.
definitely hyperventilating and closing her eyes and covering them and then looking back out at the world, which I don't know how many of you have undergone such a drastic change in perception in real life, but it is extremely disorienting as a person who is almost legally blind. Who puts on contacts every day.
Oh, yeah.
It's a headache and a half, and it's very strange the first time you do it, for sure. Yeah, so she's just gonna be dealing with that for a little while.
Mm-hmm. And Razik, you have a dream,
Mm-hmm.
which is quiet and in a field. One that you've certainly never seen before. It borders on some thick, almost jungle trees, a woodland, a foliage that is denser than the forest that you're currently in. You can almost smell the mugginess in the air, and there are tents somewhere off a little ways, not near the tree line, still within this drier patch of ground. And Agnes walks up to you and just sort of waves and says, "Hello, Razik.
Oh, hello, Agnes.
How are you?"
Well, I'm okay, I guess.
Everything all right?
Well, there's going to be a big fight, and I don't think we fought anything this big before. It's very dangerous.
Oh dear. Is Decker still with you?
Oh no, Deca went back to Falcon Mill.
Oh.
Oh.
I just haven't heard from her yet. But she's fine. She'll be fine.
I heard from her several days ago, and she said things were okay. Once I'm done here, I will try and send a message again.
Right. I'll be able to try to reach out to her again tomorrow. But thank you.
You're welcome. How are you, Agnes?
Oh, well, and she turns and looks at the encampment behind her. She says, well, we've just settled a little ways south. If you are to come back out this way, I will be able to guide you. I've left some marks and other things if you wish to follow, but it's strange. There was something... There felt as if there was something we were running from.
Are you in danger, Agnes?
I don't think so, and I have ways of keeping us safe, and you can kind of see now as she's looking back towards the encampment, there are spirits of animals that are walking the perimeter, which you've seen her summon creatures, and in fact you have done that yourself, but this is different. They're misty, they look like they're made of fog, and don't look like anything else you've seen her do, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everything's fine, but Vivian's not been resting well. I think she's been having some visions, but she can't explain what she's seeing.
But that does not sound good. I hope to see you soon, Agnes.
Yes. It would be nice to see you. But
Yes.
stay safe, and... Now, what are you fighting and why?
They're the green dragon that have taken over the keep in Vix, and we have agreed to try and keep it in said keep, and hopefully defeat it while the forces from Waterdeep take care of the Yuan-Ti that have taken over the city.
The more you say, the more worried she visibly becomes.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
But this is what we must do. So I will do my best to keep everyone else alive. Agnes,
Yeah?
have you ever encountered a walking, talking suit of armor with no one inside?
I've not. Not one that spoke, anyway.
I mean, he seems nice and all, but it's very confusing. He won't take his helmet off or anything.
That's very strange.
Well, I hope to see you soon, and this metal man will be with us, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay. I'll speak with Vivian. Maybe she's much younger than I. She might know more about this than I do.
Okay,
What?
well,
Is everything
No,
all right?
well, yes. I'm just concerned about fighting this dragon.
She walks closer to you and she gives you a hug, but it's not like in Falconmere where you had the sensation of touch.
Right.
It just feels empty.
Right. Okay, well, that is nice. I will see you soon, Agnes. I promise.
All right. Be safe. Come back.
You be safe too.
She looks incredibly worried, scared, as the dream fades. And the next morning, before the sun rises, and the sky is still only gray, turning from black to blue to purple, you wake up and begin to descend upon the keep. And some ways off, you know that there are people moving. You cannot see them, they are far away. And I'm going to put you guys on a map. And admittedly, I used a lot of this map because I think it looks very nice, but you guys are not in a courtyard. You are inside of a building that has a very large opening cut into it. There is rubble around, hence some of the, texture and barrier. And there is quiet, and there is no dragon to be heard. There is no sound of anything close by. It appears. It is still. It smells like death. Like there are corpses of things that have been left to rot. And the stinging, like eye-watering scent of venom. And a little figure walks through one of the doors into the chambers where you are falling. And this individual has dark hair, all slicked back, is wearing very fine clothing in darker shades of red and black, and is glittering with some silver thread, and walks in with their arms behind their back and has a blank expression and then a little smile. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Does this guy seem to have
Who are
any
you?
sort of Waterdeep livery on him?
No. Who am I? I am the keeper of this place.
Oh, that's a really bad answer.
Yeah.
And who are all of you?
With a dragon.
Oh, around. But
Where are all
very rude of you to ask before answering my own question. Who are you?
I'm Phala Garrick of House Garrick of Waterdeep.
Pleased to meet you.
I am Valor. We are heroes.
Oh, are you? Heroes of what?
Am I falling next to Valor?
You can negotiate your space a little bit, but you're kind of confined to that little, 9 square space.
And how far off the ground are we?
This would be about when you would land.
Okay.
Just for note keeping, who was casting that? Faye, you or me? 'Cause
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Zero will fire upon him as soon as he touches or goes for any sort of weapon or staff or anything.
He doesn't. He just stands there with his arms behind his back, looking
My-
at all of you, waiting for
action is
someone to
held.
answer. Yes.
We are heroes. What do you mean?
And heroes of what?
Sorry, that question doesn't make any sense.
Indeed.
Well, sure it does. Are you heroes of fable? Are you heroes of any designated city?
Ah.
Who do you
We are
represent?
heroes of story. A good story. Evil versus good.
Evil versus good. Interesting. And where do you find yourself on that alignment?
That's a bad question.
I
That's a real
believe
bad
the better
question.
question is, where do you find yourself? Are you wicked?
No, certainly not.
You helped kill the dragonborn that used to live here?
Yes.
And you helped kill the lizard folk that used to live here?
He shrugs. Well, you say you're here for a story, yes?
No. No stories from you.
Oh, I have no story for you. I have a, well, his head turns just a little to the one side, and his hand comes out and beckons to something behind him, and silently a shape emerges from the shadow, a sphere of gleaming, shimmering, but translucent, like blue translucence. A ball about maybe 5 feet in its diameter, and inside is a huddled figure that is not sleeping, is barely conscious. A figure with overgrown blonde hair in rags that are stained and dark, and joints being held, pointing out from every angle. You can see the skin just hanging off of her body, and says, "I believe most stories have a damsel in distress. Is that right?"
I think the light behind Valor's faceplate is slowly flickering to a different color. It's starting to flicker to something like violet. You are holding her hostage.
No, hostage isn't the right word.
Where is Aurix? Where is he?
Oh, you know my name. And
That's as good a time as any to use that reaction there, June.
Yeah, as soon as he says it, "Oh, you know my name." I'll just
Roll the hit.
blast, baby.
roll the
Yeah.
Come
hit.
on, assassinate. Give it to me. Come on.
He's not surprised.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
no.
Oh. Well, I do get advantage because it is my first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that's a crit, baby.
Nice.
Why do you devolve into Austin Powers so much?
So, does the first one hit?
Yes.
cool. And bonus action, hide.
Hammer in hand. Let's do this.
When he said his own, when he said, "You know my name," his face begins to stretch, and the smile that he has grows too wide and reaches back up towards his ears, and the teeth grow long, and as these bolts of dark light blast into him, parts of him begin to fall off and shift and pull, and his face elongates. The smile grows longer as it does. He falls forward slowly as he grows and shifts. Scales sprout, the clothes rend, the hair recedes, and then we have a creature in its place.
I figured it was the dragon.
Yeah, he was
Zira didn't,
monologuing.
but man. But man, that's a dragon. That's a dragon man if I ever seen one. That's gross. I hate that initiative.
That sucks.
Oh, Zira. Zira, please. Oh, Zira.
No.
No.
No. No. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
I'm so glad that I am off the ground.
Only Razik will have a chance to get out of this blast radius.
Okay, Razik, you're up.
All right.
Indeed.
A wave of its claw, and you feel the charm fail.
All right.
Okay, we got one.
Head over there.
Everybody buckle up.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt in a
It's
second.
gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Gonna hurt.
It's about to hurt.
In retrospect, we really should have spread out. We knew we were fighting
I mean,
a dragon. We
I
still
didn't-
really should have spread out.
I didn't know that this is the dragon.
No, but we knew our plan was to fight a dragon. Spreading out should have been the first thing we did.
Well, yeah. Look, mistakes were made.
Most of us aren't wise to dragon tactics, alright?
Yeah.
This
We've
beast.
fought one before.
We fought one. And like, it was a very haphazard fight.
This beast on all fours shakes out its head. It's got long arms and legs, longer than the Dracolich you've encountered before, and longer than the red dragon that you saw in the mountains. And its long neck stretches and cranes, its jaw opens, and I'm going to need all of you down here to be making a dexterity saving throw. Oh, I actually first need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving
Yes.
throw.
This is why I took resilient wisdom.
A dex save, huh? This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's not gonna matter in a second when I roll a 1.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
This ain't
well,
good.
two
No,
of us
no,
are
this ain't
not
great.
in a great place. No.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
3 of us are
I
not
have
in.
inspiration,
Valor.
I have inspiration. I'm burning inspiration.
Oh god.
13, I'm gonna add 5 to that.
For an 18?
That's my reaction.
Okay.
Uh,
So, Razik and Valor, you save for Frighten.
Yeah, this is starting so well.
And oh, come on. And then we'll take those dexterity saves. I believe Frighten.
ooh.
I can tell you
you
in a
can't
second, hold on.
it's you can't move closer to the target, and as long as the
Nope,
creature is within line of sight, it
Disadvantage
Yes.
on ability checks and attack rolls while within the source of its sphere. So it's ability
Mhm.
checks and attack rolls, but not.
That's
saving
what I
throws.
thought. Yeah, I didn't think that it was saves, but double check.
This is gonna hurt. I'll take half damage, I think. Yeah.
You probably will.
It's poison, correct?
Yeah. So
I
If
thought
think-
it's-
Oh, well, there's
if
a
it's the
chance that
breath
this
weapon.
just straight drops me. So
Okay. Just give me one moment.
yeah, I could use Indomitable to try to save, but I think I don't know how high the check is, but with a 1 to dex saves, I don't think so.
Okay, what we got? What
what level do fighters get in Indomitable? 9?
It's 9, I believe. Maybe 8.
Too far out.
Okay.
No, 8's in here.
Yeah, it's 9.
Okay. The three of you, did Ava make a dex save?
Ah, shit, no, give me a second. Sorry.
And is she immune to frighten?
Is not charmed, exhaustion, poison.
So she'll need to make
And
a wisdom
also
save.
is immune to poison damage.
Okay, great. She fails. She's also frightened.
Fantastic.
Cha-cha.
Wow, a 17 fails. That's
Yeah.
That's rough.
Strong.
I boosted myself to 18, which also failed.
Everybody clench for
And-
this damage.
Did she get the dex save?
Let's say
All right. So all of you take hold on, I'm just doing some math.
yeah, take your time.
54 points of poison damage.
Ava's
Ah.
immune to that damage.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Valor, are you resistant to poison damage?
I am indeed. Yes.
The green smoke shoots out like a directed missile and then slowly encompasses all of you to the point where you can't see. It stings your eyes, it burns your skin, it fills your lungs, and you can't breathe, and then it slowly dissipates. And I mean, it crippled you. And that is its turn. Valor, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first off, fighting spirit.
Uh-huh.
Getting up on it, and I'll just start swinging. Which one am I swinging? Is it wicked?
Yes, it is wicked. Yeah, that hits. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
How many more attacks do I get if I action surge?
You get all of your
you get
attacks.
it. Yeah, you get another action which you can use to take the attack action.
Fuck it. We may as well, like, shit's going. It's time to just
Just front load everything. Yeah.
choo-choo. It's time to choo-choo. Okay.
That hits. Uh-huh.
I'm slowly trending down as I'm trending up in damage. Okay. I guess, do I get a bonus action again, don't I?
Yes.
It's a shame.
You get a bonus action. Action surge does not give you another bonus action. So I don't know if you
Well, then
spent
I already
it.
used my bonus
Oh,
action.
yeah, you used it at the top of your turn. Yep.
Okay. I think the most I'll do is try, like, as I'm like piston hitting it over and over again, I'll try to move because Valor doesn't know that it can't just breathe again, and it's best to try to draw its attention this way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
All right. And as you begin to kite away, its long whip-like tail flies out at you for a 19 to hit.
I'm at 19. So yep, that hits.
Okay.
Does
For
that include the bonus that Lily gave you to your AC? Okay.
for a measly 12 bludgeoning damage.
So drop that to 9.
T7.
Yep. Yep. Every little bit helps.
Will,
Oh,
certainly.
It does.
Okay, Aurix, your turn.
I am frightened, so I cannot get any closer. I will start my turn with a bonus action to second wind, since I lost. Oh, great! Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
expect that.
Yikes.
That's
Oh, I fully am anticipating dying in this encounter. I just want to be clear with the way my dice have been. Hey, Oryx, how many dragons have you killed? This will be 3 if I survive. How many have you not been afraid of? 0. I cannot get any closer, so I will throw the chance lance from here. At disadvantage, offset by advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's early morning, so I'm assuming sunlight sensitivity not an effect.
You're indoors, right?
You're indoors, yeah.
Okay, I mean, we came in through the ceiling, so I figured if we could get in, light could get in.
Yeah, it's not entirely open. It's to the side of the building, so you're okay. You can. This will. You do. Just roll. 28 will hit.
And then second attack.
Yep.
Actually, add 4 damage to that because I forgot to up my strength for the potion, which I definitely would have chugged for.
Yeah, I figured. All right, is that it for you?
How on this sheet to get that done, but yes, that'll be it for now. Do I get a chance to shrug off this fear again?
You can just edit your stat, because you remember that you have a 21 anyway, so you can just type in a 25.
I have to remember the 16, actually. The 21 will eventually correct itself. I get another save at the end of my turn.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, Zira, your turn.
Good thing I spent a feat on efficiency.
Zira is going to move back a little bit. Not that it really matters, if we're being completely honest. And then take a few shots at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Those hit?
Oh no, disadvantage.
Don't start talking shit this early in the fight, Jim.
Yeah, this is look. I'm I'm in here. You don't go talking shit while I'm standing through its claws.
And then my wisdom save at the end of my turn. Does that count as any sort of action, or can I hide and take my wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action hide behind the wall here, and then wisdom save. Yeah, that's not even gonna. Nope, that neither. I'm gonna. Oh, 13's not gonna save.
Good.
Yeah, never mind. Fuck it. I was gonna say I'm gonna spend inspiration, but I'm not gonna. Yep, that's turn.
Fuck me, I got this.
All right, we'll take a. We're gonna take another legendary action, and Valor, would you make me a dex save?
Not good at these. Oh.
Yeah,
Well.
Valor.
Nice.
Yes.
That's
Came
still
through.
that
It
fails.
still failed,
That-
but
Sure does. You did good though.
For a total of 13 bludgeoning damage as its wings turn back, extend with a flash, then beat down and up, knock you prone, and then flies to here.
Man, Lily, you didn't take
Thank
the
you
hunting
for
horn
getting
for,
closer to me.
Ow.
I couldn't get
Earplugs?
closer to him. But I appreciate this.
Ow.
I say that because, I'm going to definitely not make it to my turn.
Faye?
Ain't that the truth, man? Well, I'm going to not Ava, which half my movement.
Uh,
And I'm going to use I'm gonna use my action to cast haste on Aurix, and let's see if she can make it to her next turn. Ooh, yikes! Yikes, guys. That's gonna be it for me.
Razik?
Bit of a situation.
Yeah. This is a bit of a problem.
Don't worry, I got
Everyone we thought
79
this
health.
was a good plan, guys.
No problem.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't
we were-
remember.
I
We
dealt
were very
65
clear.
damage to it, okay? You just
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to
become big animal. Trash him out.
not quite yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm going to run over here. I'm gonna grab Aurix. And we're gonna be back over here.
All right. Would you mind actually sending me the whole thunder step so I can see that?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Wait, no, then I can't stab it.
But you might live.
Okay.
And
Cool.
that's my movement and my action, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. Hold on, let me adjust some spell slots here. And that's my bonus action to Aurix.
Can't, because if you cast a bonus action spell.
Oh, that's right, I can't. No, so we're good. We're good. That's it for me.
Appreciate the thought, though.
Yeah.
So it's its turn again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Get a save against that. Thunderstep.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he's got to make the save against Thunderstep.
oh, I forgot it was to save. I just took the damage. Well, let's see.
It's half on a
So it's gonna get us a little bit back for that. Okay. It sees Aurix and Razik vanish, and its eyes, without the rest of its head moving, dart to the new location, and just kind of turns its head and says, and then pulls its head back again and lets out another geyser of poison at you two back here.
Cool.
Yeah, I was not expecting that recharge.
Well, night night.
Yeah.
Night night, Aurix.
Let's get dex saves from both of you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna do it.
I never.
You have advantage on this Aurix because of haste.
Oh, right.
I don't know if it'll matter, but
Fail this twice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So nice. You can fail it twice.
Okay. Not using any inspiration or anything?
I don't have it. I burned every bit of inspiration I had against the Duke.
I never made a fear save. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Okay.
So +5. And I need to throw a
Okay. So you save.
She's never gonna not be feared. That's alright. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. 55 to the both of you back here.
20 didn't make the save?
Nope.
Holy moly.
You guys aren't fighting an adult dragon.
Oh no.
That was an assumption you guys made.
It sure was, based on a faulty nature roll.
Alright. Valor?
Yeah. I will go. I'll stand up. I'll have 15 remaining. Yep. Get to it. second fighting spirit, and a swing. Let's see if I crit. Okay, well that hits.
B1 hits. Yep. And 24 hits.
Okey-dokey.
That a 19 is a miss.
Okay, well, don't worry, guys. We got this. For sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aurix, you're unconscious. And... oh, wow.
That's one success.
You hear voices that aren't the voices of your companions. You hear a swimming sea of draconic, and it's all familiar, but so distantly familiar you can hardly recognize as people, as these voices, these kind of hissing, familial voices, say your name, and then you can hear it being said in Giant. Zira, it's your turn.
Zira. How big is this thing around? What's the area on this bad boy?
We're looking
It's
at
like-
a...
Oh, you guys are in the radius. Cool. I was gonna Hunger of Hadar, but that'd get both of you in there. It's a 20-foot radius. Oh wait, no, 20-foot radius. It's like 10 feet across,
40-foot
correct?
diameter. No.
Yeah.
20-foot radius is 40-foot diameter.
That's good.
That's a fireball.
Oh, it is a 40-foot. Fucking, it's a fireball. God damn it. Yeah,
Huge area.
it's a huge area. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do what I do best. Nope.
Nope.
Nope again.
Nope.
And then I'm going to try and make that save.
Nope.
Bonus action
And-
hide. Come on, at least give me this. No.
This is going great.
Oh, I hate my life.
Faye, does a 34 hit your AC?
Ava's gonna use her reaction to give that disadvantage.
Alright, cool. Does a 30 hit your AC?
No. Yes. Jesus Christ.
As it's dodging these, this volley of missiles, its head snaps down around you and does 10 piercing and 10 poison damage to you.
Of course it does. No, that's fine. We're fine. We gamers.
And now it's your turn.
I sure wish I had that one to switch a room right about now. Well, shit. And that about sums it up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's only got like probably like 200 and
Yeah, a couple
almost
hundred health points
300 health, maybe
left.
200 to like 80 or so.
It's bloodied.
Is it?
What? No. Get the fuck out of here. Really?
Nearly.
Oh, so
Valor's
Nearly.
been doing some work here.
it's probably
Yeah.
something in between a normal and an adult and a ancient.
Ancient.
No, you guys do fucking work, which
It's
is why
fair.
I threw An
Yeah.
ancient dragon at
gray
you.
dragon
There.
at us. Yeah.
I do great work.
I can hang for a bit. In a bit, I won't be able to have advantage on everything, and that's gonna hurt.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna disengage, and Ava's going to disengage. Well, Ava's going to dash.
So, op attack on Ava. Is that what I'm
Ava,
hearing?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see if that knocks her down to one hit. Because if not, I might be able to get the fuck out of dodge.
23.
Where are you going?
23 hits.
Just out
Okay.
of curiosity, should I be able to see them on the map?
Can you not?
Steve
No.
Faye.
You don't
Faye
see
is
Faye?
in the same square as.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ava.
Okay.
She's.
Yeah.
I don't see any map down here. The last square of the map I see is this.
Yeah,
You
scroll
might have to-
up. It gets cut off. Roll 20 is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I got it.
13 piercing, and she's immune to poison, yeah?
That's correct.
Alright, so right after you've pulled yourself from its jaws, just tries to bite down again and does 13 piercing to Ava.
Alright, great. Cool. Let me get the fuck over here.
Okay.
I don't know.
You pass the bubble with the woman inside. And she looks at you.
She looks at me? What the fuck?
She can see you.
God, that's so weird and bad.
Razik, your turn.
I
Indeed,
wait.
weird and bad.
Razik reaches into one of his bags, pulls out what looks like a stuffed bird. I know you've been waiting for this, Sarah. Squeezes it real tight, and it poops out a little good berry right into Oryx's mouth.
Oh my god.
You're welcome. And
hate it.
The only consolation is that Oryx is not conscious to witness this. This is the only
And
consolation.
I come to see the pigeon purse being pulled away, and it's like, I may not have seen it, but I know.
does that count as my action or my bonus action?
It is an action to give someone a potion.
Okay. All right, then. That's for Oryx as well. And I'll take one step back.
Aurix, the voices that you were hearing don't go away.
Okay.
And we will... Valor, a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah. Let's do this.
The long tail slashes out at you for 14 bludgeoning. So just 11. And then it's its turn. Let's roll that d6. Ooh, that's good.
That would have been a problem.
That would have been a real problem.
It's already been a problem, guys. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
We'll do Valor, a 32 and a 27.
Yep, no problem.
All right. One claw reaches out and smashes into you, and then on its upstroke, claws upwards, dealing. Hold on. Gotta do some math. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Thank you. A total of both attacks separately is 25 and then 28 slashing damage.
Yeah. Okay. So 22 plus 25. 47 total, huh?
Yeah. Wait, 43.
Got it.
And then it lurches down to bite at you, and it's definitely gonna hit for 24 piercing and 9 poison.
Okay, poison's halved.
We round down.
We'll see
And-
if it matters.
And then 24, you said?
Yep. Oh
Okay, so
my god.
21, right?
Uh-huh.
5 damage left. Ugh.
Jesus
So, I assume parts of Valor are now scattered around. Like, fucking, they could probably see the light from the inside now.
Yeah.
They're like the rends in his armor.
Yeah,
Ugh.
they're the tears and rips and cracked seams are spilling the internal light. And Valor, it's your turn.
Second wind or just fighting spirit and keep swinging? I assume even if I did second wind, I'm gonna go down. So I'll just do my last fighting spirit. Try to swing it out.
All right. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Uh-huh. Barely. Oh,
Nice.
God. Yeah, just respond with like
Oh my! That great weapon master is
Just-
doing, or great weapon
fucking-
fighting style is doing some damn work. You went from
yeah.
a 1 and a 2 to boxcars.
So yeah, I think like
Holy shit!
almost torn apart. Like it's still the mechanical up down. Like, Valor just standing completely silent with the violet light leaking everywhere now. I need an adult. I got 10 health left. Somebody help. I can't do any more help.
We're doing our best, alright?
I've dealt like fucking 160 damage. Help.
Oh,
You're
you've
the
done
only person that's
crazy.
able to attack.
And with that, almost dismissively, it throws its its wings out again. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh,
No,
this
no,
is
no,
not.
no, no. No.
Yikes.
Oh, I don't like where this is going, because this is going in not a place I want it to be.
I need a hero.
I mean, I guess
wonder-
I could do Indomitable, and this would be the time to do it, I suppose.
It really
I mean,
would.
You're gonna go down.
I'm gonna
with-
go down.
Might as well do it and see if it saves you.
Yeah, fuck it. Nope.
Nope.
Indomitable burn.
You fall unconscious and are thrown to the ground. And then it perches itself up here against the wall at the two of you and grins. Aurix?
Right. I will bonus action to Giant Might.
Alright. Now that Oryx is properly moving, people who are on the team will notice a sort of half vest thing that Faye threw at her earlier is now blasting with propulsion to assist her every movement.
Would be there, otherwise I'm in his space.
You can kind of overlap space at this size.
Fair enough. I will spend half my movement to pick myself up off the ground
Which is still double.
from where I was unconscious and draw my. And I still have the chance lance in my. Call the chance lance to me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just breathing hard and just stands up and goes to work. I am going to be at disadvantage because I am still frightened and I have no pack tactics is the word I'm looking for.
25 hits.
That is
Oh god, I almost
That
clicked
is the-
your token and took the damage.
Nope, this. Nope, this.
Second attack.
I swear to God, my cat can like smell my distress. He like just
Nope,
came up
that's
at
a-
the bed's looking at me like, dude, you good?
Okay.
Do I act? You know what? I might as well action surge because I'm gonna be unconscious in a minute.
You also get an additional attack thanks to haste, which is still on.
Great, I get the haste action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the haste action first. That's only one attack.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know what? Let me go ahead and action surge first.
Same roll.
Yep. I have a lot of stuff on my sheet
Attack.
Mhm.
because everything has a regular and then a large size. I'm assuming that will miss.
Gotcha.
That will miss.
Oh god.
I will take the haste action to attack. Yeah.
Is that the 14? No, you got another one coming.
Yeah. More coming.
Okay. Ah.
And I'm gonna move over here so that I'm not at least not in breath line with over here, so I'm at least not in breath
I
line.
was about to say, I'd appreciate it if I don't get just immediately murked while I'm on the ground.
That would be good. I agree.
That would be poor. I'd find that poor.
Aurix, you can still hear the voices, these whispers, these really faint whispers. Could you make me a wisdom save for frightened with advantage?
No, apparently I cannot.
Okay. And as you're moving around, the dragon keeps its head sort of tracking you, and then it stops at like the 90 degree and its eye still follows you. And you can just hear it kind of whispering just lightly in Draconic Betrayer. And then we'll attack you with the legendary action. For a 28 to hit,
Yeah, that'll do it.
and then you're knocked unconscious again.
Yep.
Do you stay big or do you shrink?
Don't know is the answer to that question. As far as I'm aware, I stay big because it doesn't require concentration.
Yeah, and you probably stay big.
I think that that's right. I just, for some reason, am remembering you shrinking, falling unconscious at one point. Zira?
Yeah. Dang. Well, that sucks. Really wanted to get that off, but I also don't want to kill Oryx.
Oh, one moment. Actually, Aurix, you're still up with 5. There you go. My bad.
There's ways, June, you can think in 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, so is this thing perched on a wall? Because I'd love to get a radius that is centered, like, in a place that doesn't reach Razik, I guess. Like here, that doesn't hit Oryx. Like, just above, because this thing's perched on a wall, correct?
It's not on the wall, it is against the wall, like crawling in to this crevice.
Can I still get a 40-foot sphere, sorry, a 20-foot radius sphere above Oryx if I just, like, barely miss him like this?
No, if you're hit, if like,
Like, centered on this point, but, like, where
yes.
I'm at? Getting
Yes.
the dragon, but not Oryx?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Great.
Just click
Zira,
the top half.
yeah, Zira is going to, with all the strength she can muster, go ahead and tear open gap in the plane for terrible horrors to spill through. Hoo boy! Hunger of Hadar. It's magical dark. Oh, can it see through magical darkness? It's a fucking dragon. It probably can,
Probably.
huh?
Probably is
Oh
one.
well.
don't
I
know.
can't. I don't know.
Who's to know?
Who's to know? Not me. So that happens. Centered here, I think, would be the best place, but up, so it's not hitting Oryx.
It saves its deck save, but give me that damage.
What? It doesn't need to make a. It's
until later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
if it starts its turn, it takes X amount of damage. If it ends its turn, it takes different damage. There's deck
Yeah, the deck save is on the
on
ending
end
turn.
turn. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
That's
Okay.
what makes it so brutal. You can, like, just force damage on people.
And fuck, I don't like being here. Being here is very bad. There's no opening at the top on the other side of the keep.
What?
Is there no opening on the top of the other side of the keep? Like, where,
no.
like, over here? Sorry,
Um,
I didn't think. Like, over here?
No.
Okay.
There is this like ledge if you wanted to get up there.
Where at? Sorry.
Here?
Ah.
Like that's a ledge, but it's not as high up as where you are.
Okay. Then that's going to be. How far is that? Oh, yeah, I can't make it there. Then that's just going to be bonus action hide and wisdom save. Wisdom save. Get it. No. Damn.
Yeah. Close.
That wisdom save makes it.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it?
Ah,
is it?
shit, yeah?
I think 19 is differential.
Oh, yeah. We
At the table talking about the moment.
Okay, cool. I am no longer afeared by it. Yay. For now. And that's gonna be turn.
Mm-hmm. Faye.
Alright. I am going to use a bonus action to pick up Valor as I split light and darkness and reach into the light to draw some healing magic.
Oh.
Not going to do very much, but
You know what?
it is what
It's
it is.
enough. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime, boss. And I'm going to come forward and jump over. Take a crack shot at this bad boy. I don't mean to have plus on, sorry.
Do you still have you're still at disadvantage. No, you saved. You
No,
saved.
I'm not.
Yep.
Ava would
Yep. Yeah, Ava's still got it, but you're does that mean though that you dismount because she can't get closer?
Sorry, I assumed this would be lateral movement. This to this. I guess we would have to stay like this far away.
Yeah.
Still manage it though. Yeah, okay.
Fine.
Great. Fantastic. 29.
29 hits. Okay.
And I got it. Go back over here.
Okay. Razak. The tail hits you for 24 bludgeoning damage.
All right, Razik is down.
And let's get a death save. Alright. Those are good rolls. And then...
Tis in the hunger.
4 cold damage. Yay!
I guess it can see the magical darkness. That confirms it.
And then
Have some magical ability to see through it. Because it's like regular dark vision won't see out of that.
correct.
Yes.
It has blind sight,
Blind
folks.
sight. Yeah.
That's what I figured.
And here we are.
Definitely do it.
Got a hit point between us. Fighting a creature with blind-sight.
Who is it going down? The answer is all of us.
Yeah, it's just gonna murk us. It doesn't need action economy.
Okay, I need a... This is not your guys' day. I need another dex save from... Aurix, and... Have I seen dex? Is it... Did I? Hold on. Mm-hmm.
For the breath, it's dex. The first time.
Yeah. Yes. Dex for Aurix and I guess the Raven and Zira.
The
It
Raven.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Unless it's away from me, it doesn't get. Yeah. But yes, I will.
Oh wait. Oh hold on. Wait. You didn't move?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm right where I am.
You're still
the
in the
Raven
corner.
is. Yeah. The Raven's on me. I just didn't move the Raven with me. That's my bad.
Okay. Yeah. Both are gonna need that dex save though.
No.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
Hit points. I'm going down.
Yeah.
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 But still,
But like, it's impressive.
still cool.
Still pretty cool. It is really cool actually. Okay. So. I'm really shit at math.
Yeah, this actually might be a fucking
was-
down for me.
That was almost to the tune of the Steven Universe theme song.
I'm
Six-
really shit at math.
Oh, this is kind of actually wild. It's a 68 halved.
Woo!
That is my hit point maximum. If I did not
Yeah.
save,
Yeah, insta down.
insta down.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, really funny, wacky coincidence, guys. We're fighting a creature that can kill me in one fell swoop. Smash that like button and hit the bell. I hate myself.
Aurix, you're still hearing these echoing voices, and here they're becoming a little bit more coherent, and not only that, but you're beginning to recognize some of them. You hear Misa and Tox and Yakut and a couple of the other kobolds you've spoken to in the past, and some others from much longer ago, and they're just repeating your name, and then soft sounds of encouragement. Valor, your turn.
God damn, what do I even do with this turn? It's worth it to just blast it with magic missile and run.
Probably not. Trying to run away from a dragon is this big is probably going to be a fruitless effort.
It picks a bonus to give somebody berry, right?
It's a full action.
Yeah. I guess I just go and fight it, I guess. Is it better to swing it at twice with not advantage, or just to blast it with magic missile as hard as I can? With 6 charges.
That's your call to make, dog.
Economy of the Wand of Magic Missile, it's actually better to only fire one charge at a time, but that is a gamble as far as time goes.
Yeah.
We are already aware the time not really on our side on this one.
Maybe if we had someone up top doing free damage.
Bye, Raven. Raven dead. Right? Raven dead?
No, Raven can't be targeted as long as it's
Well,
on.
Oh, that's
It'll
right.
be-
Yep.
It'll be the death knell of us, but Valor, I'll use a second wind because sure.
Why
All
not?
right, why not?
It might help.
I
Question
got
mark.
19 health now.
That ain't bad.
It could be
Thank
worse. Yeah, it's pretty good.
After swing twice, no advantage.
That hits. Okay. That also hits. All right.
Okay, guys, that's all I got. Night night. It's night night time.
Probably.
Hope
Yeah.
Hope moves.
Oh. Only 11. -3.
You're still.
Okay, well, the next one's gonna do it. It's gonna get it.
It is. It's gonna get another one.
Minus 19 minus 11 minus 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. Aurix.
Time. Is there oh, that's a fail.
Yikes.
These voices are louder now. 0? Junior muted.
Don't need to be muted to hit
No.
one Eldritch Blast.
Hit one time. Yep.
Fuck me.
Great.
I hate
Good.
my life.
Doing better than I'm
Nailing
doing.
it. Yeah,
Could be worse.
I've dealt like
Valley, your AC's 19, yeah?
Does it miss for the first time?
Is your AC a 19?
Yes.
Okay, then the tail collides into you and does not hit. Does
Oh.
not do damage.
Crunch. There's a. Ugh.
Zira, that is the first time you have evaded its passive perception.
Yeah, I figured. I figured the hiding is more me like ducking into cover than it is for the sake of actual stealth.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I actually be in a place where I have cover between its line of sight and my line of sight, and also line of acid breath bullshittery? Because I don't
Oh,
want to
because
get hit
you
by
were
that.
on a fractured part of the wall. In order to hide yourself like visibly, you would be clinging to the outside of the keep. Faye?
Fucking great, baby. Hell yeah.
It's looking really bad.
Oh. The fight? Yeah, I'm aware.
I mean, the dragon's looking real bad.
Sure you do, Sarah. Sure
I've
you do.
done my
Go
best.
ahead and let's throw some healing at Razzie. Pass for the second time. I cast a magic that I'm not familiar with. For 6. Welcome to the world of the living.
Fantastic.
For whatever that means. And then I'm going to use an action to reload my gun and get the fuck back over here.
This is okay. This is good strat. It's a good solid strat. Razik, turn into big thing. What does hurt?
Razik, it's your turn.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Do it.
Razik sits up, sort of shakes his head, pokes his head around the corner, and on Valor, casts Polymorph and turns him into a T-Rex.
Oh.
And with my bonus action, I am turning into a giant snapping turtle.
All right. All right. You get you. I'll get him.
Okay.
I don't even want to know what a creature made of metal polymorphing looks and sounds like.
It's probably pretty weird.
Like
Probably pretty bad.
real bad, I'm sure.
Like the creaking and groaning of a giant
Makes
ship
it
being slowly crushed.
What? Oh my god.
This begs the question: is the T-Rex
Metal?
metal?
Ish?
It's polymorphed. It's not like a wild shape.
Right. That's true.
It would be cool.
Am I supposed to see its attack? Whatever that is.
Can you not see it?
I can see its bio and info. I don't think
Oh,
I have.
hold on. I gotcha. Yeah, one moment.
Well, this I didn't know Razik could do this. This is a good one.
It is a good one. Which is why I knew you guys would be fine. God.
Look, I didn't know. Look, this is my first time. I'm out here swinging.
I know, you're fine. You
Swing.
have no reason to have faith in any of them.
I just swing. I swing the hammer. Stuff
Yes.
happens.
Secondarily, Razik getting pinned in that corner was real scary for a second. I was like, oh no, is Razik gonna go down before he gets any sort of wild shape or polymorph off? Uh-oh, that's bad.
Large. Okay. There we go.
Like, yep.
Uh-huh. Okay. Cody, can you move that token at all or no?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
I'll set this aside for a second.
All right. Cool.
Got a calculator up with the health. Let's do this. Hit me.
Yeah, this dragon is not happy about the turn of events.
Yeah.
It's still got. Ooh, let me just decide real quick. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this. It's first. Well, it's got a legendary action after Razik. Which will be this. And okay. All right, so just bear with me as I do this. Aurix, you are unconscious. You had one death save, yeah? Or one failed death save? Okay. You are still breathing, and then there is a thud into your chest that cracks your ribs. And then you are above yourself, and you are surrounded by the sounds, now cacophonous, of kobolds talking to you and thanking you. And you see the faces of the kobolds that you have saved and that you have tried to save and that you've spoken to, and you see the faces of kobolds that they've spoken to, and you hear the words that you said at one point, that the old ways are gone. And you can feel in this non-corporeal state what it feels like to have your body still. And there are muscles on your back that you haven't felt able to move in so long stretch themselves. And you can see the ring on your finger, and you can see your body. Where do you go?
I guess my body?
Okay. Just one moment. the dragon's going to take the rest of its turn now. And attack first the Tyrannosaurus. We'll just we'll go
For sure gonna hit.
right for it.
I don't think you can miss.
17, 19, and 27.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Okay, we've got. Ooh, here we go. Ready for some numbers? Okay, 18 piercing and 11 poison from its bite. 28 and 15 from its claws.
Okay, that is yeah, basically half.
Yep.
So, is it 64 now?
Okay, and now it's your turn.
I think I can make one bite attack on him. Yeah. No. I'm very confused. Very perplexed.
Right, you bite your own tail.
T-Rex, I go home, please.
I've never had flesh
Yeah.
before.
This is very strange. Is
Yeah,
this
feeling
what
poison
muscles
for the
are?
first time. Must be
Yeah, I'm
weird.
feeling poison. I'm feeling flesh hurt. Is this what flesh is? This sucks. This sucks so bad. Yeah, I feel like
You like this.
the bite is just like snap forward and just not even get like the neck muscles don't work right. Just snaps in air, like wobbles unsteadily on its feet. I think that's my turn.
Okay.
Look, I will
Doesn't
take the hit.
T-Rex get multi-attack?
No. It says you have to do it against different
okay.
targets.
I gotcha.
So yeah, it can make 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 tail. It can't make both of the
Gotcha.
same target.
Same,
Yep.
right.
Okay, Aurix, you are on your back. You feel underneath you wings. Your eyes open, your golden eyes ignite, and Aurix, the queen of the lost tribe, the founder, the savior of the kobolds who have nothing, and the last of the platinum centurions, forces herself back from death as a saint and a hero, and it's your turn. What do you do? You have
So
a
under-
fly.
Be like, I attack.
Yeah. You have a fly speed equal to your walking speed.
I would not go up though. It is cold up there.
Please yell him out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Just a puff of smoke. Is haste still active?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's under phase concentration.
Oh, here's another really important new feature for you as a racial feature. Aurix, you are immune to fear.
Oh.
I'm
Get
hugging my microphone right now. I just want you to know.
Get it. Get him, girl.
Fuck some shit up.
No, you're gonna do moderately okay. We'll hedge our expectations.
Oryx will very slowly drag herself to her feet one more time. Just bleeding from everywhere. Pick up her weapons off the ground where they have fallen again. And say in Draconic as she brings her weapons down.
Something kick-ass.
As she's getting up, she will reach into her armor and pull out the talon from the Dracolic and just drop it on the ground. And in Draconic, she will say to this dragon, "That's my first trophy. I was going to make wings from my first kill. I wonder what I'll take from you." And then go in.
Fucking sick.
This is at advantage because of pack tactic.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
No longer afraid.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
And then the bonus attack with the Chance Lance for my own family.
And a haste attack.
And a haste attack.
First, I will do the haste attack with the pick.
Okay.
It's fine.
For my
it's fine.
bonus action, I'm actually going to drop the Chance Lance and I'm going to punch him with a Thunder Gauntlet.
All right.
Yes.
Because I don't have Thunder Gauntlets in here yet. No, because that would be a different.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. There should be another D6 on there.
All right.
Yes.
And because of the Thunder Gauntlets, he's got disadvantage on his next attack that is not against me.
Oh. So good. And
I'm sorry,
You-
it's really all attacks against anything other than me until my next turn.
That is really rad.
everyone sees Aurix climbing to her feet, and through the breaks and tears in her armor, these rust-red wings expand and hold out almost to the breadth of the dragon, and her eyes are lit, piercing the darkness even of the sphere. And she lays into this beast and almost rips its arms off. It is not only now incredibly crippled and looking weak, it now looks scared. Zira, your turn.
I like when things look scared. I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast it.
Both of those hit. Okay.
Nice consistency. And I guess for the hell of it, let's see what a hex looks like. Sorry, does it take?
Hex is something you just do, right?
Yes,
Or-
There's no save.
No, there's no save. I'm just asking, does
Yeah.
it take?
The hex?
Yeah.
you can't.
It doesn't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you have to apply it before you do the attacks, boss.
No, I know. I was just sorry. Just okay, sure. No, it's just because I remember in the arena I hexed something with resistance and it did not go through like 15 times. And I was like, oh,
people-
that's
Oh.
cool.
Someone was counterspelling you. is what
No. You were trying to hex a Rakshasa. They're just immune.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No, it was
Yes.
Rakshasa. That's
They are
right.
specifically immune, yes.
Yeah.
True. No, you're right. Okay, it's hexed. The skill check is strength
Okay.
that it has disadvantage on, and
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
Okay. Razik, does a 16 hit you?
A 16 does not hit me.
All right. A tail crashes into the giant turtle's shell and doesn't even rock it. All right. Faye?
Alright. I'm gonna dismount from Ava because I think the way that it's standing now, I actually can't move closer to it if I don't. So I'm gonna walk half my movement around it down forward 10 feet. Can I even see it from here? I assume so.
Yeah.
It's giant.
Yep.
fire, reload, fire. Let's see. This does 14? 15. Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, 2 thunderous cracks from rune shatter that echo in this chamber and make most of you nearly want to clutch your ears in pain, but both of those miss. And Rezik?
Alright, I'm just gonna walk up and take a bite.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
That hit?
Oh shit.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
Shit.
Its
Fuck.
tail is ripped off of its body.
I am scared of turtles now.
Oh.
Oh, you should be afraid of snappy turtles.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
snapping
they're-
turtles are just crazy. Yeah,
They don't fuck around, dog.
yeah I would.
Alright, and yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
It bellows and shrieks in pain, and we will do 2 claw attacks to the T-Rex and then a 1 bite attack towards the turtle.
All
Oh,
at disadvantage.
yes, they are all at disadvantage. A 30 and a 20.
Yeah, it's gonna have to crit fail, I think, to
Yeah.
yeah. Give me that damage.
19 and 22. And then a crit fail to hit the turtle, which is a 16.
Nice.
Okay. And then Valor.
Okay, let's see if Fleshmouth better second time.
Oh, flesh mouth.
No. I need to just stick to being metal and having a hammer. My performance is decreased as a result of being a giant T-Rex. Look, it's fine, Oryx. This is yours. You take it.
Bricks.
If you have one shot.
Thank you, Lily.
Yeah, I don't play the baseline or.
Thank you, though. Yeah. Tempted to drop weapons and just go Thunder Gauntlets the whole time. But that would be silly, because I actually have infusions on my weapons. So, I will go ahead and lay in with the warping to start.
Okay. That hits.
And
Yeah, it's perfect.
unlike previous times where she has sort of gone overkill, this is precise. Just 1, 2 up through the bottom of the jaw, and then spear down to pin it through to the ground.
There's the gurgle and a hiss and a frothing of steam, poison, venom, smoke, and blood. And you see the light in its eyes fade before it hits the ground, and you drive it to the ground, the foot on its neck. This thing is dead.
I think Faye just starts slow clapping.
T-Rex lets out a massive T-Rex roar.
Nice.
Look, got hormones for the first time. This is weird.
Yeah.
Feeling real aggressive.
Good. Giant snapping turtle is just snapping at the corpse.
Sierra is going to close the little tear in space and merge with the Raven, give a little flyover to see how the battle on the ground is going.
I mean, there's nothing happening now except just some big things screaming a little bit.
I mean, like, have the
Oh, out in the city. Gotcha.
out in the city, yes,
All right.
outside the keep.
Okay. Beyond, you see a couple of interesting things. You see the walls of the keep are lit in fire, and you see floating figures on the opposite sides of the wall. You see UNT in the streets fighting hard to defend themselves, and the gate has been blown open. There is remnants of what used to be that gate hanging from the walls, as soldiers have been pouring through, and it is very obvious that several of them are being cut down in single strikes, but their numbers are enough. There are plenty of beasts against the forces of Waterdeep, but their training and their tactical advantage of not having a dragon after them is proving significant.
Great. I'll wrap up my little flyby and come land back down next to the party.
All right.
I am going to end concentration and resume Razic form.
Where is the woman in the bubble?
She is still right here.
I'd like to walk up to. Is she still aware? Is she looking at me?
She has dropped her gaze when you passed her, but every time you've gotten within about her eye line, she looks at you. And you can see that this bubble is rotating, that in a way that is forcing her to continue to be moving, preventing her from sleeping or holding and resting.
Do I know what this is? Or could I figure out without having to fuck with it at all how to stop it from happening?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Not great. Want to flash of genius that one.
Okay.
Under 19.
In theory, something like a Dispel Magic could probably get rid of it, but you don't know how difficult that would be. Why don't you also roll me an Insight check? Okay. That's fine.
That's about in character. So, what I am going to do is try to dispel the magic holding it up.
Okay. Why don't you... Actually... No, yeah. Just casting Dispel Magic is enough for this bubble to fall, and this woman drops to the ground in a thud.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no, please. I try to help her, steady herself.
She cannot stand.
At
Yeah.
this point,
I
Valor.
assume-
Yeah. And you see that her knees and hands are worn nearly to the bone.
While this is going on, Razak casts Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay.
A good berry.
Valor's going to, like, leaking and fucked up though they are, going to immediately beeline for the woman who was in the bubble and try to pick her up. Hello.
Like lift her.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Excuse me.
What?
Roll me insight, Valor. She looks a little familiar to you, but whatever has happened to her that has emaciated her and tortured her so much makes her unrecognizable nearly.
Is she going to let me pick her up?
Will she accept the good berry? Is another thing.
She snatches food from you and puts it in her mouth and swallows without chewing.
Okay, I offer some water as well.
All right, and she takes it as someone who has been starving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she cannot pick herself up off the ground to be moved.
Okay. I will reach down and try to lift her up then. Like,
Okay.
Valor is probably looking pretty horrific right now. Like, there are parts just torn off. Like, huge gashes all over him.
Yeah, but she has been present for what has been happening and puts her hands out to be lifted. You can tell a drop from even where you are holding her could possibly break her bones. That is how frail she is.
Yeah, Valor holds her, like, super gently, but makes sure, like, arms locked rigid so that she can't move. But look down and say, the heroes have saved you.
We need to recover.
Indeed.
We need to get out of here. It is not safe to try and recover here.
That is probably wise.
Diagnostics say my injuries are catastrophic.
I can fly us back up to where we camped last night.
I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, so I will pop my wild shape to become a giant dinosaur bird thing,
Right.
and I will take however many trips it takes to fly everybody up.
Okay. Aurix, do you drop giant?
Yeah, it would only last for a minute anyway.
Yeah.
I think to go up, Valor curls their entire form, basically locks it around the woman. So when you're lifting, like, there's basically a cage holding her in.
That won't traumatize her at all, given that she's been in a cage. But I get your meaning, right?
You know, the alternative is probably worse.
True.
Carry Faye? Probably.
With the 25 strength, you could carry Faye.
Yeah, she has wings now.
I got wings. I can fly now.
I mean, if you can carry Ava as well, you know, we're in business.
Yeah. I think if you climb on Ava, I can carry Ava.
Hell yeah. Fucking
All right.
meatball.
And once we're up there, I will... Well, I don't want to jump ahead. Or do we get up there successfully?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So once we're up there, Fatty will come out. That doesn't seem right at all. No. Let me see how many. I get 6 charges, and it's a total of 4d6. 2, 3. So, okay, so it's 16. How do you want me to do this? Do you want me to roll 4d6 6 times?
Yeah.
I thought they
Yeah.
errated healing spirit. Oh, but you're
It's-
casting it at a high
Yeah.
level. Never mind.
Right.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's only
It's
6
still good if it's
charges.
upcast.
Yeah.
Right. So the first charge of it will be for 16, because that's everything, and then
How are we
16.
doling these out?
What's that?
How are we doling these out?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess Valor looks awful, so I'll give him the first one. I have no idea what Oryx looks like. What does Oryx look like at this point?
She's at 1.
Yeah.
She's been at 1 for like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So Oryx will get 2 and 3 and 4 and I mean, everybody's just a mess, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Faye.
And then 1 for Faye.
give
Faye
one
has
to the
And
woman
one for
we have.
Okay, and 1 for the formerly insphered woman,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that's everything.
Okay. Yeah, should we go to another map? No, we'll stay here for a little bit. I like this. I like looking at this.
It's a nice little map.
Once
Yeah.
we settle, I will
Short
ask the lady. Yeah, I guess while we're doing a short rest, I assume.
Yeah, Zero will probably return after everyone is up and left and done their investigating.
Yeah, Valresk, are you all right?
I've been there. I've been with that creature for so long. I have no count of days.
Who are you?
She looks up at you and says with confidence, but still with the echoing shakiness of someone who has not used their voice in so long. Morwen Daggerford.
Well,
The actual Duke.
the real Duke.
The real two.
This is awkward.
Oh! This is... Just staring.
We dealt with your replacement. For what it's worth, Daggerford is free.
We killed
She nods.
the one who replaced you. Vanquished. I am glad that we could save you.
Thank you.
No problem.
I will not let you down until you tell me to, okay?
Please let me rest. I've not been able to sit still for gods only know how long.
I elbow Zira really hard in her thigh.
Yeah, what?
Roll at your bedroll.
The fair maiden needs a bedroll.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Zero shrugs and rolls out her bedroll.
Yeah, Valor will very carefully and gingerly lower the ex-duke onto like the bedroll.
Still Duke.
Oh,
Still Duke.
Technically.
She lays down and immediately falls asleep. And it's this deep, sick sleep.
She is not well. Actually, that's interesting. Can I roll a medicine check to see if this is just the result of, like, deprivation, basically?
Sure, yeah.
Basically,
It looks like it.
Yeah.
She's you guys know from your findings she's been missing, well, you can surmise from your findings she's been missing for about 10 years, which, you know, a person who doesn't eat can't survive that, but something, theoretically, you know, that bubble she was in, or some other strange means, was keeping her at the brink of life for that long.
I wonder what motivation they had for keeping her alive.
Yeah, as Valor is, like, stooped over, they'll straighten up and say, something extended her life. She should be dead.
Well, let's not squander that gift. Ava, watch over her. Make sure she doesn't get into any trouble or get hurt.
Oh, congratulations are in order. Aurix, you are a dragon slayer. This is very heroic. And you have wings.
What is that, twice now?
This is
3
twice?
times if you count the Dracolic.
I don't.
3 times you have killed a dragon.
Well, 2. 1 was already dead.
Yeah.
It was undead. It's
Is it a dragon?
Oryx just looks at Faye like, I don't know how to answer that.
Valor, like, mechanically, it gives you a almost like a bump on the shoulder. It's supposed to be like camaraderie. Like, congratulations! This is very heroic.
Thank you.
You are the Dragon Slayer. Nom de plume, yes?
Yes.
You have wings. That is... Did you always have wings?
Sort of.
Is it the third time where you get a title? I think if you do it in front of the Water Davian army, you get a title.
Aurix is the Dragon Slayer.
Oryx, comma, Dragon Slayer. It's nice. It's cool.
Heroes must have nom de plumes.
Oh,
They are earned.
I had my title of the Platinum Centurions. I mean, not like a title like Faye has.
Not a heroic title.
I mean, they're a pretty heroic group.
Also, why did I become... What was I?
That you'll have to ask Rasmus.
I had teeth and flesh. I felt very angry.
Yeah,
I know what anger is. I do not feel it often. I was uncontrollably angry, and I could not move.
yeah,
Well.
you were quite damaged, and I did not have enough healing power to make you safe from the dragon. So I transformed you into something else, into a large dinosaur that would make you safe enough to withstand several hits from that thing.
Oh, thank you. Is that what it feels like to be you all the time? Or...
No, I change into many different things.
Pain felt different. I did not like it.
Yeah, I don't like it much either. It's very painful when I transform.
Is that how all flesh humanoids feel?
When they get hit by something?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it usually hurts quite a bit.
Yeah, I can attest that getting bit by a dragon isn't fucking fun.
Ah,
I saw
truly
the
you
lad.
are all heroic. You have willingly subjected yourself to this hurt. Heroic.
Yep. Yeah. I guess that is something.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
No, I'm Razik.
Yes. You choose to be heroic. I was made to be heroic.
Suddenly, I wish I couldn't see in the dark, because I did see inside of his mouth when he bit me, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all.
It wasn't.
I'm sorry.
Subjectively, my experience of pain is mostly wrongness in damage. Holes where there should not be. Pieces missing. Very bad.
Well, I think right now we still have holes where they should not be.
Many.
It's probably a good idea for us to take some rest so that we can figure out how to get Morrowind Daggerfoot back to Daggerfoot.
I agree. We probably should help finish up this fight as well.
No.
Shrug.
Faye, do you wish to watch me heal? Recharge?
Yes, I would like that very much. First, I'm going to lay out a meal. Well, no, I guess not. Yeah, I'll watch.
Yeah, I guess you describe it while we do. I assume we're doing a short rest at least? Or are we going for the long?
Yes, I think we're going. For
Yeah, I think
short
a short rest.
Yeah. Let's start burning hit dice.
Dice time.
Let's see. I got the 8s.
15, 22, 28. 28 plus that is 62. Hey, I'm almost up to full. Holy shit, Razik.
Yeah, I know.
My God.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I'm really curious to actually as to what this looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's you have this light that's leaking out of you that slowly dims a little as you go into a more of a resting position, and the metal itself, all of the dents just pop back into their original form. Everything that is cut, tiny, like minuscule pieces of metal begin to thinly stretch and pull themselves like threads to knit themselves back together, and then once they've connected into the opposite side of the rend, they tighten and pull inwards towards you and shrink in size a little, and they're not as thin. They bond and hold. It is almost entirely seamless.
You're welcome, Faye.
Interesting. That's actually not dissimilar for the mending protocol I have engaged in Ava.
Interesting. Cool. We killed a dragon, guys. Aurix even got to do it, which was perfect.
Yeah.
I softened it up.
A lot.
I think I dealt close to 200 damage.
The first
not
few
over.
rounds, watching that damage of yours pile up, I was like, oh yeah, I did the right thing by saying this needs to be the dragon with almost 400 HP.
I think I absorbed over, considering it hit every single time it hit me, I absorbed, I think, over 20 damage with Heavy Armor Master in total.
Yep.
And I got hit a great many times.
Yep.
Is there any last-minute things you'd like to do for your short rest?
Nope.
Okay. Then as you sit on the cliffside and tend to your wounds and feel, all of you, like a lot of you are feeling incredibly different than you did even the night before. You watch as the forces of Waterdeep are cut down significantly, but eventually reach the keep, and then there are snake forms and beasts of burden and creatures that are... anything that is vicious is still killed. But eventually, after hours, the siege is ended, the fire on the walls drops, and the mages outside the walls enter and begin to torch and destroy bodies. And the siege ends, and it is quiet. And it is only midday.